Carp Jesus. Well, I'm back again at the low spot with the creek with the trees across it, where we don't shoot until we get to the low water crossing area, where we've got a better view without all this brush in between us and the hogs. Now this video is going to be a little bit longer than normal. That's because I'm going to let a lot of the video play out in real time as opposed to doing a lot of editing, because I think there's a lot of interesting things going on. And now I've moved across the creek, and I'm going to be shooting some Hornady SST 123 grain bullets loaded by Druid Hill Armory in the Starline Brass for my 6.5 Grendel. And the winds are sort of blowing towards the hogs. I'm going to take this shot, sighting with my RIX Storm. I've got my hand on the scope, which you should not do. Here we go. And as I start to pan, I yank on the scope, and I actually press the record button again, which turned off the recording, and so that stopped there.
Brass Catcher by Tactical Brass Recovery. I
fired 2 more times on runners and missed, but I came away with this 160-pound sow that had 5 on board. Nothing wrong with taking out a few bonus pigs from the next generation.
All right, let me get the gate for you. Hold on. I got it. Come in.
You know, I often get asked about how I get properties to hunt like the properties that I am hunting. And almost all of it has been by word of mouth. Knocking on doors did not work out well for me.
Y'all stay over there.
So part of the reason that I get referrals from my landowners to other landowners is because I also try to take care of their property when I'm hunting. I'm not just there to hunt pigs. I'm there to help them if I can, if there's something going on. If I can get through this gate, then maybe I would be successful. There we go. So when finding that the cattle are out, especially when they're calves that are trying to get back in with mama,
all right, now to go find my calf.
It's easy to tell where they belong.
She's over here behind my truck with mama. Don't go that way.
Although getting them where they belong isn't always that easy.
I have to make sure nobody's... shoot.
So that didn't go as planned.
Well, the baby keeps running the wrong way, so I'm now inside the pasture. And I'm going to try to get mama to run the right way and bring baby with it, and then I can open up the gate and let the baby in without letting all the other cows out. That's the plan. All right, well, the gate is at the corner of an L shape, and so the calf ran to the gate and then ran left somewhere over there, and I can see mama and the baby in the distance with my thermal, and they're not coming to the open gate, so I'm going to wait and see what happens. Hopefully they'll come. So what I do not want to have happen is have any of those cows get out of that gate, while those two up there are going to come down here, I hope. The trick is, can I get them to run over here without them coming over here?
So I haven't been in this part of this pasture, and I keep looking uphill, seeing where the calf might run if it runs that way.
Alright, we're going to give it a shot.
Fortunately, the cows in the pasture where I want the calf to go don't seem to be in a hurry to try to get out. That's not always the case. As you can see, the Pocket K2 thermal scanner is turning out to be excellent for this job. And I have no doubt that some of you watching this actually work with cattle and are laughing at my tactics. I get it, I'm not really experienced. I do what I can.
Time to go. Come on.
I have maybe done this 7 or 8 times previously.
Let's go, mama.
But it never goes the same way twice.
You know what to do. Come on. There you go. There you go.
And now I'm feeling good about how this is progressing, and I'm going to start monologuing again.
So the reason why I'm doing this is because this calf would have access to the outside world. No! Turn!
And then things stop going as planned.
There we go. Woo! Get in the gate. Well, I'm just a city boy, but that's a calf rescued. I'm Brian Schaefer. I'm pro staff for RIX Optics, and I wrangle cattle at night.
The next day finds me on the bank overlooking this pretty little tank. The water level's way down, and on the far side at about 95 to 115 yards, I've got some exposed beaver burrows. And so I'm checking out to see if there are going to be any beaver here this evening. That's a raccoon. And that's the raccoon as seen with the K2. I thought this was neat. Watch for the mouse crawling up the tree. Then you're going to see a bat fly by. There it goes. For those of you that are Harry Potter fans, it sort of looks like the golden snitch from the game of Quidditch. So this just gives you some idea of the detail that can be seen with the Storm S3. Now there's actually two bats out there. No beaver were seen, and so I moved on. Alright, got a bunch of pigs and a bunch of cattle, and I think the pigs are probably going to run to the left. That's the direction I'm going to head and try to cut them off. So here's going to be a map of the property, and I'm on the lower left side. The winds are out of the south. You can see where the pigs are. I'm going to come around the tank this way behind them, get some video, then come up to my shooting spot here. Some of the pigs are going to run to the right, some of them are going to run right by me. So there's my truck in the distance, looking across the little tank. There's some deer. And there are the pigs and the cattle in the woods, along with the barn. So all the pigs like to run towards me. I'm now facing into the wind for the most part. I guess it's quartering off from my right. You get the idea. The pigs will probably run in my direction to the property behind where I am, because that's where the sanctuary is. So I was kind of predicting what's going to happen. I think it's an easy call on this property because the hogs almost always run in the same direction. However, sometimes things do go wrong, and you've seen my predictions in the past. Sometimes I do well with them, sometimes I don't. This time it's going to turn out surprisingly well. What I'm dealing with at this point, however, is a little bit of target confusion in that I don't know where I want to start. So I'm trying to figure out, if I shoot these hogs, what are the rest of the hogs going to do? If I shoot over here, what are the hogs going to do? If I shoot hogs out of the middle, what are they going to do? In the meantime, a little hog just doing its little thing on the tree. So hogs all stacked up nicely. Sometimes you can get a twofer. That would always be nice. So at 11 minutes into this hunt, I'm in no hurry. The hogs haven't moved at all. I played the wind seemingly perfectly coming around. They haven't noticed me at all, and I am now downwind of the hogs. So they're not smelling me and they're not hearing me. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start with one of the far hogs, whether I start on the right-hand side or I start on the left, I haven't quite determined yet. But there is another factor at play, and that is I'm using some new ammunition. Once again, I had a problem with the finger on the scope. Won't be doing that anymore. I'm shooting some Hornady ELD-VT 100 grain bullets. These are brand new from Hornady, and it's going to be shooting through my TX15 multi-purpose carbine enhanced from Lone Star Armory. So not only new ammunition, but I put the scope on a different rifle. The green dot is the point of aim, the red dot is the point of impact. Windage looks perfect, so I'm going to aim at the very top edge of my target, see where it impacts. So there's the point of aim. There's the point of impact. That looks good. I'm ready to go hunt. And so we're back to me trying to figure out where I want to start shooting to make the hogs run, or hopefully to encourage the hogs to run in a manner which they'll pass by and I'll be able to take more shots. I want to avoid the cattle, and I want to avoid the barn at all costs. And now I've decided that this is going to be the hog that's furthest away that I feel comfortable in shooting. And in editing here, I'm going to add this red dot. It'll make it a little easier for y'all to see where I'm aiming. I can see it in the scope just fine. Just doing a recheck, make sure everybody is where they were previously. There are the deer. Those two hogs have moved up with the others. Alright, I'm ready to start. Now to see what the other hogs do. There are going to be some beautiful shots and some ugly ones coming up. Here we go. And those were high. Now I'm back on target. Little finishing shot. Last time I was running a little bit low, now I'm running a little high. This will be good. And I don't know how I missed the third one. And that hog will be down right behind the tree, behind the piglets. So I figure there aren't any other targets at this point. And just like that. And I have question marks there. I never picked up that pig. Everybody gets extras. I honestly do not know how I'm going to find all these pigs. And obviously I didn't. Alright, for distance purposes, the opening hog there in the distance is hog number 1. That's hog number 2, and that's hog number 3. And those will be the first ones I get. Another great application for the K2 is looking for your downed hogs. Alright, that is going to be hog number 4, and there may be 2 or 3 more over there. That is hog number 5 that I see from hog number 4 that I'll be getting after I get hog number 4. Hog number 5 was my twofer and turned out to be hogs 5 and 6. That would appear to be number 7 behind the tree where the piglets were. That would be number 7. Outstanding. Well, I'm just thrilled to death to be seeing sounders again and seeing sounders in situations where I can actually get more than 1 or 2 shots off before they're to positions of safety. This is the breakdown of the hogs that were shot. And I'm going to go ahead and include this hog that wasn't recovered. I am confident that hog is dead. To my surprise, only one of the females was pregnant, and that was hog number 4, and it was a gilt. And I didn't find any actual fetuses, but 5 amniotic sacs that were full. This hog is recently pregnant. With new ammunition comes carp analysis of trauma diaries. This time it'll be number 73. Didn't get a lot of information this time, but it'll be a nice introduction to the Hornady ELD-VT ammunition. Carpe sus, my friends.